With just a day to 2012, elections seem to impress the minds of many politicians like never before. Time to plot how to win the interest of Kenyans.
The strategy is one, is to make sure that this party is sold to Kenyans as much as possible.
Nothing promises to be a real and bruising war in the history of Kenyan politics than next year's general elections.
Here is about united Kenyans coming together, or uniting Kenyans to come together and speak with one voice and try to do away with this kind of small tribal political parties.
If the wave will unfold as it is now, the stiff battle is perceived to be between the now PNU Alliance and the Orange Democratic Movement ODM. But how will PNU Alliance work to get a sizable backing in the face of its strong opponent ODM?
The parties are based on communities, and myself and others who are thinking like me, and I'm thinking like them, and who want to see the country gets to be united. We have settled on PNU Alliance, and the reason is there is absolutely nothing special with PNU, the word PNU, or Party of National Unity. The reason we picked on PNU Alliance is one, in Parliament, with all these many political parties, we are being referred as PNU affiliate parties.
The survival of G7 Alliance faces a sharp ordeal as the Ruto allied side has been advocating for a separate nomination between UDM and PNU Alliance. The group gravitating around the United Democratic Movement is allegedly on stand that if the G7 Alliance was to have a single presidential candidate, then their party flag bearer must face off with the PNU Alliance candidate.
They must walk with an open heart and stop this business of someone is campaigning in the coast, the other one is doing this.
Vice President Kangundo MP has so far taken his campaign to the diaspora, where he has opened offices in what is seen as his gritty onslaught against other State House candidates.
I know there are confusions which are being sent through different messages and through body languages by some of the competitors in the presidential race within the PNU Alliance. Tomorrow you hear Vice President rebranding his party, ODM Kenya to Wiper. You will see Uhuru Kenyatta is putting his troops together. You hear Saitoti announcing that he must be in the ballot box at the end of the day. But I want to say this. All these are strategies of people making their campaigns.
According to Kangundo MP Johnson Muthama, the amalgamation of the PNU affiliate parties to form one umbrella under PNU Alliance is a grand plan to reform the way Kenyan politics has been played from time immemorial.
Because we are being referred to, and the Kenyans know us as PNU affiliate parties, there is no need to come up with a different name. So for us to be together, we adopted the name PNU Alliance, and we consulted the leadership of PNU party under the chairmanship of George Saitoti, who agreed that we can use the name PNU Alliance without any objection.
The key leaders of the so-called G7 Alliance are Professor George Saitoti, Eldoret North MP William Ruto, Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, Deputy Prime Minister Uhuru Kenyatta, and Saboti MP Eugene Wamalwa.
We need to form now PNU Alliance to be able to compete with ODM, so that at the end of the day, whichever party wins, it can apply and give checks and balances on the leadership that is in place.
PNU's collective act has been in shambles, with party chairman Professor George Saitoti rarely calling party meetings to take common stance on pertinent issues.
If Kalonzo Musyoka is for the country, if Uhuru Kenyatta is for the country, if Saitoti is for the country, if Wetangula is for the country, and anybody else, Eugene is anybody else, the Rutos, they will stop thinking of just becoming the president of this country. Each one of them must burden that personal interest of it is me, I, and myself who qualifies to this country.
The group has been accused of sending mixed signals to supporters, given that respective leaders have burning presidential ambitions.
Every presidential candidate is being forced by his community to alter and send messages outside there to the rest of Kenyans in such a way that at the end of the day, the statement is unacceptable.
Frankly, there has been silent tension building in the PNU alliance, as most of the key figures have been campaigning on different occasions, selling their own agenda. Could this have any impact whatsoever in the PNU alliance?
If none of them is not willing to stick with the rest of Kenyans, then the rest of Kenyans will stick together. So there is no worry about what a person does tomorrow by leaving the PNU alliance. That person can go.
Alive to the fact that the presidential battlefield is not going to be swift, Muthama is certain enough of chances for a runoff.
If there will be many candidates standing, yes, there will be a runoff. But if we are going to have ODM versus PNU alliance, I'm telling you, it will be one straight vote.
Being a joint government chief whip for the last 4 years, how has it been running business in and outside parliament?
It has been a very difficult journey. I meant to be in this government and also for Kenyans. Issues that could have taken a day to accomplish them and dismiss those issues and give service to Kenyans has taken 3 months, 4 months, 6 months.
Samuel TARWISH, GBS News.